What is going on, guys? It's your boys, Dean
Timmy
and
Two
that's
Soul.
right, Timmy. We're back. We're the worst at actually getting these casts done, but we're here today. That's right. So it's been a while, but that's because not really a whole lot going on until that Grand Showdown happens. There was one tournament in France, I believe, since we last casted.
There was?
Yeah, it was last format, so that's why we're not really mentioning it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like Sheena got a top, hooray! But like
Wait, it was last format had a tournament?
two tournaments, one in Australia, and I believe was that the only one for this format? No, I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, it was on the
There
website.
there there are tournament winning decks I haven't looked at.
It's yes, and like also, it wasn't really worth talking too much about. It was yeah, France, August 20th.
Hey,
The
if you
last one
say
was
so.
July 16th. So they were still on last format. I guess it was the only tournament for this entire booster, right?
What a shame. Probably not what a shame. That meta was toxic.
Yeah, first place was Egg. Congratulations, first place
Egg,
team. The Banterverse. Let's go, Egg.
egg,
Leishina.
Lychina Rune, Uma
Yeah,
Musume.
Uma Musume. With only one solo drawn to raindrop drums. I think if you're playing Uma, respect. I like Uma. However, I think you play 3 of that card. I think that's the only thing left that Uma has is that one kill spell. But yeah, that was last format. That's old news. We're in the current format. And speaking of the current format, I guess first, what have we been up to?
Well, I saw you post on Discord that you were thinking about actually getting GM this format in digital.
Ooh, I have. I thankfully today finally actually went and found a deck that wasn't completely ass. Before I was grinding with Orcus Puppet and like Chess Rune, and by grinding I mean staying at exactly the same master score forever, because neither of those decks are very good. It If people don't know, it's like currently we're like an Asvault, and I think it was like Orcus Puppet was just about to rotate, and Orcus Puppet was really good right before the mini, but like once the mini came out, it wasn't the good deck anymore. Because the mini gave like the enhanced deck, it
hmm
gave it Judith, and it gave what other cards did it? A
Well,
lot of like
well,
good shit came out in that. Like Lumior came out in the mini, I think.
well. Asphalt is like one of the periods of time I started playing like a lot because I made my account, who knows how long ago around Ultimate Coliseum, but like Asphalt when I started playing. So I don't know. I played Last Word Shadow. Every other deck in the format I didn't know anything about except Wrathblood because like the guy comes down on board and he says, how am I supposed to face the boss?
Oh
And
yeah,
you got it, and oh man,
that deck got the Florist Summoner. That's what that deck got in the mini. I remember that much because Igni. I remember Igni revealed that, and I was like, "Damn, Florist is coming back. That card's toxic."
Loris Summoner.
The one that's like the 1 mana thing. You take a damage, deal damage to something on the board, put Florist in your deck, and then Florist gets invoked on turn 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what they got. Yeah, basically, the decks that I liked got knocked out of the meta, and chess just wasn't a deck yet. So like, unfortunate.
Ooh, you know what anime deck was a deck?
Well, yeah,
Ooh,
Ghost,
Ghost
Ghost,
Shadow.
Ghost Shadow's been around a bit. Loot's definitely pretty good though. So like, I think I can do it probably tomorrow, just in time because the month's about to rotate, and then we get to go into like turbo old format with Prim.
Oh, we're going like way back.
Oh, it's pretty far in the past.
Playing Legacy, playing Goat format next format, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. But
Is that like Ektar? Is Ektar gonna be good?
no, we're not that. Ektar is so far back. That's
Okay, because I don't know how far. anything is. Though, like Asphalt is like where my card knowledge stops. I
Ector was
remember
like,
some Princess Connect cards and like Asphalt cards.
I don't think we're going to anything that's like pre-Portal. But Ector was pre-Portal. Ector was within like the first like year of the game. It was like set 4, I think, because it was like the Bahamut set. I mean, like just like look at the physical sets, right? And then we got Wonderland Dreams with
Yeah.
Alice, and then everyone shit their pants because Wonderland Dreams was really
Oh,
over spec'd or something. It was a pretty rough format, but I never understand when people complain about a format too much because like, bro, it's a card game. It's a digital card
okay.
game. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna have its ups. It's gonna have its downs until it becomes unlimited, and then it's really bad.
I never documented what you complained about, but I remember there's a period of
Everything,
time
every
where
time,
like
every
every
time.
time
It's not a
I
period.
I like didn't play Shadowverse and I was around you and you're like, can you play any Shadowverse? Can you believe the new format and the cards they printed in Bloodcraft? They just ditched their entire hand and their cards say I become a 2020 and kill you on turn 3 or something. I'm like, yeah,
That's
that
in
sounds
rotation right
right.
now.
And you're like, and now you're telling me, oh, I never understand people that complain about card
Oh,
games. Yeah,
whoa, whoa,
bro,
whoa!
that's
No,
you.
no, no.
That's
There's
you.
there's a difference between complaining and quitting. There's a difference between complaining and quitting, right? I don't quit just because times are rough, because times are always rough. But I
True.
remember happy times. I don't know when those were.
Times are always rough, but I remember happy times.
Yeah, I don't know when those were, but
Just
anyway,
before Lysina.
yeah, before like Sheena. Uh, other big thing that happened was I went to the Neopets tournament. I went to like Neopets locals at Gen Con because it's so
Locals,
no, yeah, it's been so long.
local. Was is it locals or was that was like a real tournament, right?
It was like an 8-man. It was like an 8-man pod.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. No, I couldn't get into the real tournament because
Oh,
yeah, I
you
did the
forgot to pre-order your tickets.
yeah, I did the Neopets deck opening on the channel, and then I went and said, "Damn, Neopets has expensive cards. There's like $100 singles, $150 singles."
Non-foils.
Yeah, $150 non like high rare cards. And then I'm like, "Okay, cool." I dropped like $600 on the deck. What I think is the deck. That's the important part. What I think is the deck. And then I'm like, let's go to the Gen Con tournament because Gen Con's right down the. It's like an hour away. And then I go to buy Gen Con ticket. It turns out they sold out this year. It's like the first time in 7 years they've sold out. So that was very cool. I couldn't compete in the Neopet regional, but I did get
Big
to go.
mistake.
I did get to do like the little event, and damn, I suck at card games. That's all I'm gonna say. I got absolutely bodied, and I wasn't ready for the Neopet Sweat Lords, so
The
yeah,
real masters of the dice phase.
that's why you guys haven't seen any Neopet content coming out. Let me know if you guys want to see it. If so, I might get a game. Like we might get one gameplay video. Get
Well,
booster 2 opening.
you have like one deck, right?
I have 2 decks.
Do you really though?
The other deck, like the deck was a lot like clunkier than I thought it was, so I think the other deck will be fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I just remember flipping over cards and saying this feels powerful, but I imagine that's what you said before your opponent flipped over their deck.
Yeah, yeah. People, it's a different feeling when your like goal is to keep a 7 card hand, and then your opponent's staring you with a 20 card hand, and that's like every opponent, and you're just like, oh, okay, I misunderstood the assignment. Okay. It also makes me wonder if hand control is even like good because like if people are
Well,
just playing deep draw frogs, what does it matter if you hit? I don't know.
well, what do the hand control cards say? Like, look at your opponent's hand.
Opponent discards random cards, and some of like opponent discards 2 random cards, and then opponent discards 2 random cards. You draw 2,
Okay, yeah,
and
that
you
one's
play
that
all of
one's.
those, and then you recycle them out of grave, so you can cast that like 8 times. I think the idea is you open tank, play hand rip. Doesn't matter if you win or lose, and then you like go into the next game. Your opponent has 0 card hand. You have hand, and then you win because they can't play cards. I think that's the idea. So,
Hmm.
oh, yeah, yeah. Let me know. I'm not gonna like talk too long about Neopets. It was just a fun little side thing I was doing. Still mostly playing Shadowverse because I don't know. This is like the only card game for me. I think can't really get into anything until I get into Union Arena. Look forward to that.
I can't wait. Ichigo Kurosaki.
I can't wait to open
Let's go.
My Gojo SP.
Yo, Gojo's so cool. What does he say? Uh, something something. The Powerpuff Girls.
What?
I haven't seen Jujutsu Kaisen,
Neither have I, but that's not important.
but it is
But
important.
what is important is how we feel about this format. I'm not gonna give away too much about how I'm gonna give away enough. I'm still gonna hold a couple cards close to my chest, because
Hmm.
I am preparing for the Grand Showdown. Timmy's not. One of
Yeah,
our locals
I'll
is
probably go to
supposedly.
Georgia.
Well, that's Cinderella Girls format.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not playing this format then.
Yeah. Also, like, I don't know. Grand Showdown feels like I care more because I paid for $280 for a plane ticket, so I have to care more than like the car trip. That
Oh,
yeah, the car
yeah.
trip was
Then
cheap.
going to like Chicago, going like three hours away is different than a $200 plane ticket.
Yeah,
You know how I feel about this format?
how we
This
feeling?
format proved Atomy is playable. Atomy's not the worst card. You can put Atomy in your deck and it's not the worst decision.
Uh,
Bad cards are good. Good cards are bad.
ooh,
Maybe not entirely, but
it's
I,
not. It's not F tier. It's not F tier.
it's not F tier. It's sick. Your opponent's playing Amataz. I don't know. They've got like a 5/4 with ward on turn three. Yeah, so what? You've got a 6/6 on turn three, and you got rid of Dire Bond to do it.
Yeah.
You got freaking bricks on your field. Get them out of there. Boom, 6/6. Open the gates of the dead.
Yeah, I think because we put up some deck profiles and I said I'd give the people gameplay of them. That might be a little hard. The I guess we might go into the sim tonight and record the decks, the horrendous deck. So
Horrendous
I
deck. Which
well,
one's horrendous?
so I didn't upload a Kuon deck profile because I didn't want to sift through the infinite Kuon decks to try to find one that I thought looked unique and good.
Unique?
Yeah, that's the problem. Is there's no unique Kuon decks. All the Kuon decks are like the same. It's like, do you play Owl? Do you play Penguin? Like, there's like 2 or 3 card differences at
I mean,
most.
like you're kind of asking for like a unique necro charge deck. It's like I need the necro charge deck that plays the cards that don't mill your deck yet. I don't know what you're looking for. You have to get spell chain 15.
Yeah. Well,
So I mean like half your deck is built for you at that point.
I have somewhere I want to go with Kuon that I'll probably be testing soon, but I don't want to say too much because if it's the
And
secret sauce, I don't want to leak the secret sauce I'm cooking. If I play it and think this is all right or this is bad, I might leak it. I'll only
hey,
leak it if it's
okay.
shit.
But what happened when you leaked the secret sauce for Neopets, huh? Or when you didn't leak the secret sauce for Neopets, huh?
Oh well, the difference is I didn't get to play test Neopets.
True. Yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah. We were like, haha, look at the funny game, and I read the cards and said this probably works, and I said there's no way there's gonna be sweat lords for this game, and I showed up and I was like, everyone had the $600 decks. Everyone had the $600 decks, and I was like, oh my god, please. This game's unreal.
Bro, they're using their Gen Con pass to play Neopets. Like,
It's true. That is true. And the game is like not bad. Like
it's not bad.
I kind of wish that we had a locals for it because it's got like the promos are worth a lot of money and that's like sick, you know. Like for a game that you show up to locals and just like play, it's like sick that there's like promos that are worth money. Shadowverse
Yeah,
has
that's
that a
good.
little bit, but
Yeah, the Gensetsu when
when our
When
open
enough
eight doesn't.
people want to play Open 8. No one wants to play Open 8 around here, but when they do, oh boy, someone's gonna win $100.
Oh boy, Gensetsu. It says championship. It's not even different art. It's like an
No,
SL.
it's not. It's not even the U.
Uh,
Is it rainbow?
yeah, it's rainbow like the SL. It's literally just the SL, but it says championship from my understanding. It might have different foiling.
Bro, I want my cards to be red, not rainbow. Come on. I'm
Um,
playing the red class.
I will say the format, from what I felt, is I mean I think I said this in the tier list video, but I think Kuon is a lot more fragile than we thought.
Mm-hmm.
Amataz is
Amataz is also fragile.
I don't even know if Amataz is real.
It's hard to tell.
Amataz is like so high rolly in the worst way possible.
Yeah, but when you roll, your opponent comes away with a story.
It's true. Yeah, it's oh god, dude, it's I couldn't. I couldn't
Because
play that deck. Like
it,
the deck is
yeah,
unstoppable. The deck is the highs are so high, but it's a best of one game. And the problem is like if you go to a tournament, I don't know how big the Grand Showdown is. I'm hoping the Grand Showdown's 200 players. Maybe I'm copium. It's gonna be like 100. And then I'm like really sad about the size of the game. Uh, but in the world where the Grand Showdown is 200 plus players, and you know like because there's a buy card too. That's insane. But in the world where oh god, the buy card. Like 100 players, there's like 6 rounds, and then you get a buy card. You can literally go 3-2.
wait, where's the buy card come from?
You get the because I won a locals. Because I won a
Wait,
locals.
you have a buy card?
I have a buy card, and then like a
Oh,
lot of people do because like this game is
wait, you got a buy card? Was that from one of the last 2 weeks?
I don't
Was that
remember what
from
it was. It was a
was
while
that
ago.
from this past weekend? Oh, a while ago? From not even this format?
Yeah, it was like last format.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah. They had the shop challenge where if you want it, oh, you got the Dark Alice. It's the Dark Alice promo. Yeah,
Ooh, that's a good looking one.
you get the Dark Alice promo, and then you get a buy card in the Grand Showdown in Cali. Which, if there's only 100 players and like 50 of them show up with fucking buy cards, because like realistically, that's probably the density of people that will have them. Like I
Hmm.
wouldn't be like if we don't have like a ton of influx for that event. I could see. I mean, I already see probably 25% of the room having a buy card with the way like the amount of shops and the way the player base is. Uh, like what 3-2 gets you top cut like uh that's like maybe Amataz is perfect because you
3-2. That's 2-3 with the buy card, right?
no I'm saying because like there's probably like 6 rounds, so like you start
Oh,
off at
okay.
so like 3-2 in actual games,
Right.
um which is kind of sad.
Hey, you won that privilege.
I mean
You got pole position. I mean,
it
that's how
is
it is.
hard, but like
But
if
yeah, but
Amataz wins, like
50 people do that.
it really does
I
depend
mean,
on like how many people show up and like how the format shakes up. But like I don't think Amataz in like a 200-man event with like 8 rounds. Is there 8 rounds of 200? I don't think there is. Might be. I don't actually
I
know.
don't think so. I think that's 7 rounds.
Is that only 7? Oh,
Wait, no, I don't remember.
I don't know. Whatever. I think if you had like 8 rounds and you have to like X2 to like top, the like Amataz ain't the deck. That's like where I'm at on the deck. But uh,
Unless you're a Powerball winner. If you played Weiss Schwartz and you didn't know anything about deck building, have someone build you Amataz. You'll do great.
that are like Fable. Because yeah, Fable Haven is
Real slots.
yeah, Fable Haven is still the Haven deck of choice. It's still it's like really awkward
Yeah.
because the deck is slow. It's both slow and fast because like there's the hands where you go like cards like Feria book, Alice Evo like thing, and you just like curve out perfectly, and then like your deck deletes
Hmm.
somebody. It's kind of like Amataz though, right? It's your deck is like kind of inconsistent. But the problem is like your deck isn't as inconsistent as Amatas because you've got cards like March Here's Tea Time. The card Alice's Adventure, the 2 mana one that like is slow as shit. Or
Oh yeah,
sometimes,
with the rabbit.
yeah, like the games where you don't have gas, it's not like Amatas where you lose on the spot, but it's you just start making like really slow plays. Like it's not like you like I feel like when Amatas like goes like turbo slow, it's like barely playing. Um,
You like don't put cards on board.
yeah, you don't put cards on board or you like run out of
Yeah,
hand too fast.
like I've got 3 Spinaria in hand. I'm ready for the next turn.
Yeah,
It's awful.
it's not that bad with the deck, but like you're definitely playing like a super anemic class all of a sudden. And then
Yeah, I don't.
I think there's a lot of I think there's just like a lot of like room for stuff to actually come out. I think it's gonna be a very open format.
I don't with my experience with Haven, I'd prefer Amataz because at least when I play Amataz, I can say, yeah, I high rolled and I had 3 of this 1 drop spell in hand, so I made a fairy in my EX area 10/10. Whereas with Haven, it's like, oh man, I hit on my White Schwartz Brainstorm. I flipped over 4 cards. I got 2 tin soldiers. This guy's life is over. I don't know.
I never, bro. Oh, sometimes I do. Sometimes you game.
It's like I don't know.
The highs are
I
unbelievable.
feel
You're playing with
the
dice.
highs I think are more unbelievable with Amataz because the numbers get so out of hand. But like man, with Egg, I just had so much just you know I've had enough like um what's her face flipping over dead that it's just I
Oh,
hate that
Alice.
deck. I hate Alice. Alice is
Yeah.
like my least favorite Shadowverse card. My second least favorite Shadowverse card. I have a first.
It's like Sheena.
Lysina. She still haunts me. If you want to know about this format, I lost to Lysina on Saturday
That
playing
was
my modern Atomy deck. So it was real.
it
I
was
was playing
real.
the meta list.
All I need to win with Lysina Kuon is to fight only Kuon and a pile. The uh
A pile.
the pile was spooky and
Briefly.
I will say
I don't know how spooked you were because I was playing against you. I got you like you hovered between 8 and 12 health, you know, perpetually past turn like 5. But I looked at my hand and I just thought I will never have lethal against this man. The game is over
it kept being
except
like any
with
one
10
card
turns to
killed
play.
me.
Yeah, but like that wasn't in my hand.
I do think the I will say this because I know that people on Discord have seen it. And I guess I'll say it for people who don't know. The Kuon Lysina deck I posted, I think that is uniquely okay into Kuon because Kuon is
Oh yeah.
slow. Kuon is just such a slow deck. They can't kill you till like turn 7 or 8, and when you just like turn 5, push up Lysina plus Heal Amulet, and then you just sit there and you just heal forever. Like they keep looking at it and they're like, oh, he's at 26 health. I've got to wait a little bit longer, and eventually it's oh my god, he's at 35 health, right? And the
Hmm.
Lysina Amulet keeps pinging and pinging, and it just becomes like harder and harder because like suddenly it's not just I have to D shift once, so I have to have like double, triple Kuwan plus D shift, and the Lysina player at this point is probably holding up Rhyme wins, so like they don't really care,
Oh, it's
and it becomes like quite difficult for the Kuwan player to actually get ahead.
yeah. Look, because Kuon's damage caps at some point.
People say it's like the dream hand is like Kuwan. Yeah, I don't know how people get it so fast.
Dream hand.
I don't believe it. I don't believe half of the shit they say. They say it's like double Kuwan Merlin, and then you like what is that? That's like
Double Kuon
14.
Merlin. So Merlin's 4. Kuon
No,
is 5 plus 5 plus 4.
Merlin is 6 because she searches the Truth's Education and then recasts it, which implies that
Oh,
it's
okay.
still in your deck, which is also wrong because
Well, then it searches Demonic Strike.
yeah. I think the problem here is that like you're at spell chain 15 because
You
Kuwan,
can still search your
and
deck.
you can still search your deck for this card. Like, how many bricks are you holding in your hand? Like, even if you can't search your deck, like, do you really think you're gonna hold a Truth's Education the entire game? Like, Merlin to me says 3 damage. I don't know. Um, yeah, I think it's like a tall order for them to get through the amount of health that you have with the Lyshina amulet, and then like your barrier to kill them keeps getting lower and lower as like they just get pinged down a little bit. So it's like it feels like a pretty easy W for that deck. You're horrendous into a lot of other stuff though, so win some, you lose some.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah. Well, I've played against. I've like last set. It was our resident rune player played Lycian every week, and you just played Lycian last week. I can't get away from this chick. Last set, I broke and I said I'm never playing a deck without Bahamut ever again.
then you did.
And I played like Ramp Dragon for like 2 weeks. And then the new set comes out. I'm like, everyone's playing new cards, right? You show up with Ishina, and of course it's the same. It doesn't even matter what's in it. It's the same. It's like this man's at 40 health. Well, he's not at 40 health, but I've done 30 damage to him, and he's got 12 health.
It's a pretty toxic. It's a pretty toxic deck. We have to play with our phones every turn.
He's sitting there. He's like, I gain two, you lose two. Hey, our life totals are out of sync. I have two extra health. Like, shut up, shut up. Maybe we should be more like Yu-Gi-Oh, and you just track your own health total. Why do I gotta sit here go do 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 dink 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 dink? Like, oh my
You still
gosh,
have to do
I
that even if you're
hate
only
that
tracking
deck.
your own.
Hmm?
You still have to do that even if you're only tracking your own.
Yeah, only twice, not 4 times.
Truth.
Like Sheena's forcing me to play the game
I
in a
like
way I
it.
don't want to.
I think it's a fun deck.
I am only like okay. I'm thinking about like last set cards that no one else is thinking about. I could never succeed in Grand Showdown. No one's gonna show up with like Sheena Rune. If they do, they're gonna be the double lost demon. But
Yeah,
here our like the alarm on the clock wasn't working.
I
So
I
like
don't
the guy at the card store was like, "Hey, how long has that been at zero?" Whatever. So we didn't double loss just because we didn't care.
I don't know actually what the Grand Showdown's gonna be like because do we think that people are just gonna full send bring exactly what Japan said was good? Do we think it's just gonna be well? Except for Amataz wasn't highly repped. Amataz had high placements. Those are not the same thing.
I mean, did people even like 2 sets ago? What was Chimera like the list?
Well, we're in teams, which is different. Elephant was the
Right.
list, and Elephant was the deck that everyone was playing.
Yeah, except my team. We had Egghaven
Yeah,
and Abyss.
Egg Haven was also played a lot. It was those two decks. It was like
Yeah. Oh, I hate that deck.
Elephant.
I hate Egghaven.
I hated Elephant because I was the one who had to play Elephant
Oh
the
yeah.
most. I was like the wall
Yeah.
that was sitting there playing. I would play Elephant, go like 10-2
You're,
with it. I would like absolutely
you're,
body people, and I'd just be like, I hate this deck. Never
you're
again.
you're the elephant training AI for for my teammates.
I really was. I had so many reps
Thank
on that
goodness.
deck, and then I did not play it at all because I was like, I hate this deck. I hate the way the hands feel.
Yeah, you
Wasn't
would you
me.
would draw cards and you're like, oh, these cards are bad. The forest crests have the worst hands, and you'd win in 2 turns.
It's okay though. Uma Musume
It's
never
yep.
betrayed me when I played it. Even the games I lost, I was like, this deck's sick. So Uma, I'm sad. It's gone.
Like which one, Smart Falcon
I
or
wish
just at all?
Smart Falcon was the funnest deck, but it got like it had to be taken out back pretty quickly. The 7 centimeters deck was a
Yeah,
nice replacement. I wonder if that's still playable at all. Probably not. You look at Kuan, they
Smart Falcon's
discard their
pretty
hand.
slow. I don't know. I mean, hand rip's a big thing in Abyss.
Your
Maybe
opponent gets to
it's a little
choose.
faster.
You look at a runecraft player, say you can discard 3 cards, and then they discard three
Ooh, I would
spells.
discard. They discard like three spells. Half of them draw another card.
Yeah.
Uh, I think I played Sanguine because like the top eight in Japan was like it was like there was Sanguine, there was like Disdain, PDK, there's like two Amitas, what was his face, Kuon. I played the top eight Sanguine list into you once on the sim.
Is that the one I
Were you playing?
uploaded?
Were
Was
you
that the
playing
5 minute
Kuon?
game? Was
No,
that?
no, no, no. I don't remember when I was playing that. I played Jerbane at the end and got lethal with Jerbane. So so it couldn't have been that one because you just quit and called it a speed run.
It's true.
So,
I don't
but
think I had
I remember
playables. I think I was dead.
that list felt real in the moment because my hand was good enough. I think there was a turn I put down like Disciple of Lust and two Mr. Skeletals and that was like turn three.
I think most people are on control anyway. Like I know a lot of people who are like control abyss is the best deck because it like is a
It
counter.
depends.
It's a counter to Kuon because you can hand rip the Kuons or like hand rip the D shifts. Like you can hand rip
I
like
mean,
key cards and then win.
as long as you're playing Executioner, as one of your hand rip cards. I mean, a lot of the angel lists on the sheet do that. And so when I assume people say control, they're not talking about like pure yokai control. They're talking about like angel
Yeah,
control
they're talking about Israfils. There's like
with Isserfil, Death Breath,
Gensetsu. Yeah,
Isserfil. Gensetsu's in every list that's not aggro. Um,
Gensetsu's a house of a card. That is a
oh, that is the
good card.
best card. That card's insane.
That is like hands down the best like pound for pound card in the game right now.
That card is unreal.
I do believe that.
Like your opponent's like, I want a D shift next turn, and you put down like four wards. I
Felice
guess I
game.
Felice. Who's playing Felice?
Maybe I shouldn't have leaked the sauce.
Kokomo?
Maybe I shouldn't have leaked the sauce. But yeah,
I mean, still, like if you get Setsu turn seven going first, like and they Felice, they're not gonna D shift.
well,
If
no,
you
they
get
could like
Setsu again going turn eight,
you Gensetsu, they go Kuon. Their hand is triple Kuon because I'm told that's what they do every game or something. I've been told some whack shit about this format. Yeah, but they like double Kuon on turn 7 because I've been told that's also a thing supposedly, or like they Rune like almost can't even clear the Gensetsu. It's like
no,
almost too hard to clear the 9.
there's the seven drop. Oh, that doesn't clear the nine. You're right.
Yeah, but you have like ways that you can like slam down guys and then still clear the wards and still kill them. It depends on how nutty your hand is and how much health the player is at, but realistically, the abyss player shouldn't be too high on life. The bigger problem is they usually hit your hand in the meantime. So like
Right.
getting these nut hands, you don't have the nut hands against abyss because you don't have a hand. That's like the bigger problem.
Yeah. If Abyss like Executioner's a Kuwan, that's like soul crushing, right?
One is not.
Games like
It a bit.
one, but what about? I don't know. How much of your deck are you seeing? How much have you seen Kuon? When you play Kuon, have you had two Kuon in hand?
Yeah, some of them. I mean, like we see, like especially if you play like Chain
Like
of
Chain of
Calling.
Calling
Yeah, Chain of Calling is a big one in that deck that some people play. So yeah,
on the
there's
top
definitely
eight list.
yeah you can definitely see double, triple coup on some games. Triple is like a tall order, but double is like doable.
Yeah.
I think the bigger problem is that like your key cards get hand ripped, and then like yeah, like you said, like double gets ripped, and then you lose.
Yeah, I mean, if they play two Executioner, like I don't know, I'm not in love with that card because it hurts you. But also, like, if you get rid of like two Kuons, what do they do? Felice?
Fleeces.
Wait for turn 10 so I could play like Rune Blade Summoner.
Rimblade Summoner Felice. Yeah.
That's why you also play Flame Destroyer, just in case your Kuans get ripped.
That's why you play Daria, so that way you can keep your hand safe in your EX area.
Oh, true.
But
That's a good call, yeah.
yeah, not a whole lot else to talk about this podcast. So I guess we'll guess that flavor text, then probably sign this one out, and then maybe record some. Maybe we'll get some more content for you guys. Maybe we'll play some games.
Playing?
That's right. But
Play this
anyway,
game?
are you ready for guess that flavor text? For people who don't know,
Absolutely not.
for people who don't know, this is a long-standing tradition where we take turns reading flavor text to each other, and then the other person has to guess the card. And I remember I said the lifelines were too strong, but maybe one day that won't be true.
Yeah, one day we'll have too big a well, okay, so
In like 2 weeks, we'll have too big of a.
I don't have the dictionary you do. So for me it's already not strong enough. For you, I say like last time I had tilting at windmills and I said chivalry and dragoncraft and you had it immediately, which was
Yeah, well, that's because
that's
you.
kind of cheating.
Yeah, yeah.
This time
Yeah, so we take
gotta strike
turns.
back.
We read the flavor text to each other. It's the digital flavor text because physical cards don't have flavor text. It sucks. We know. And then there's like lifelines. So you start off at 4 points. And for each lifeline, you lose a point. Lifelines are what class the card is, what set the card came out, and physical, which is a little difficult to remember. And then what is it? What type of card it is? Follower, amulet, spell. That's the one that
Yeah.
seems overpowered. Uh,
I'm pretty sure you're gonna say something, and I'm not. You telling me it's a follower isn't gonna matter.
really? Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. We're about to find
I
out.
believe in
It
you.
depends. If you say that this is Ryo's truth and say spell, then I'm like, oh, I think I know what it is. But
Okay.
I don't know. You're probably not gonna. Depends how mean you want to be.
I might have to look at what set this one's from, though, just so you know. So, are you ready for your flavor text?
I'm ready as I'll ever be. Probably.
Okay.
I didn't cram for this test, but this is what it's gonna be.
I did it. I made it to school. Now watch me turn into a master sorceress. Fun spells, scary spells. I'm going to learn them all.
Okay, without any lifelines, I want to say freshman Lou, but I did it. I'm ready for school. What, what set did it come out?
This is the one I don't know. TCG player. Cosmic Mythos.
That's freshman Lou, right?
Are you gonna lock in on that?
Which she was in Cosmic Mythos, I'm pretty sure. Because that was the set with
Pussy
Owl
worm.
and that was the yeah, I know that's the set with Pussy Worm because I built the ginger deck to play against the Pussy Worm deck.
That's a good card.
Which one?
Pussy worm.
Hey. It's funny because you can kind of it's like playing Humpty Dumpty once you played your last card, it's over. But you always have, the discard. Okay, I can gamble. I don't know. If it's not Runecraft, that's insane. So I'm going to assume it's Runecraft because I'm a gambling man. Is it a follower? I'll use the other lifeline. Is it a follower?
It is a follower.
Okay, this is Freshman Lou, right? I'm locking in. It's Freshman Lou.
You
It's
should have
gotta
locked in at 4 because, yeah, you got it.
be.
I'm glad you used those lifelines.
No. Okay, so so far, okay, last time we did this, you asked if it was Dragoncraft, so you only used one lifeline. I used two lifelines this time, and I didn't even get the first one. So what's our standing right now?
I have no clue. Maybe it's not about the competition, it's about the friends we made along the way.
You should have thought about that before you
My
played
name's
Lyshina
Lou.
on Saturday.
It's short for Lou.
I played the Lou sound sample from SVG. I like that one a lot. This card is so bad.
What's Lou short for?
It's short for Lou.
Oh. What's the card say in digital? I've never seen this.
Wait, well, you've never seen Freshman? She says my name is Lou.
No.
It's short for Lou. That's like her actual
Dude,
quote.
that's forever ago. I play Asphalt.
Yeah. That's her actual quote.
Yeah, I only know that because you said that before. I don't actually have. I've never seen the card.
Oh, well. Here you go. I'll link it to
Is
you.
is she good?
She's pretty good. I'll link you.
No. Like it. Like, would you put her in a deck?
No.
Like maybe in draft.
No. She's
Tempest
bad
of
in
the Gods.
physical and in digital. It's so sad.
No, she's so lit and physical. You can fill up your EX area
With
in
cards.
Rune.
No. She searches a 1-drop spell on like death, I think, or on play. On play,
Did she put it in
searches
your
1-drop.
hand?
Yeah. She's a 2-mana 1.
Never mind. She searches the ring so you can put your Chimera back in deck.
Truth. She searches Wind Blast so you can removal. It's kind of like Dragon Warrior if you think about it. But
it costs one less. That's amazing.
Yeah, I will stop the meandering here because not a whole lot of news left. Hopefully we come back again before the Grand Showdown. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll come back after the Grand Showdown once there's more news. But yeah, until
there's
next
news
time,
of the Grand Showdown.
Oh, my Shadowverse Masters. Yeah, my Shadowverse Masters. I'll see all you guys at the Grand Showdown. Until then, it's your boys signing out.
See you.